Hey y'all, this Battle Me is by Omari, back at you with another video. So I want to get into where exactly Dragon Ball Super went wrong. And I'm not just saying this just for Dragon Ball Super. I'm saying this for a lot of different stories, as far as movies. It could be movies, it could be other anime, it could be other cartoons, comics. A lot of these fictional stories seem to fall into this kind of rut that can be a double-edged sword. And that issue is fan service. Now, money is another thing. That's everybody knows Dragon Ball Super is a money grab. We all know that. We see it. It's plain as day, but I'm not getting into that part because that's very obvious. Dragon Ball Super and Dragon Ball Heroes is basically a promo money grab. But I'm getting a little deeper in saying that fan service can be detrimental to any story. Now, if you look at Dragon Ball when it first came out, when Toriyama first wrote Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, the early Dragon Ball Z, up to about, I would say, the Cell Saga, you can tell that he did it for the love of writing, for the love of characters, for the love of character design, for the love of storyline writing, plot. You can tell that he had passion for it. I mean, it's plain as day. The stories were intriguing. The characters were memorable. It was just a lot. But when you look at, I would say, the Buu Saga, even though the Buu Saga was good, it wasn't the best, but it was good. You look at that and you look at Dragon Ball Super, you could just see that there was a lot of fan service in Dragon Ball Super. And I'm saying the Buu Saga, but not so much the Buu Saga, because a lot of characters are at a level where they should be, which isn't really as powerful as Goku and the other Saiyans. But with Dragon Ball Super, the fan service got out of control. It made the scaling off the charts, brought back characters that should have never been brought back. It's crazy. But then you look at Dragon Ball GT. Granted, GT was made for the fans and it was made for money. But you can tell that the writers like Nakatsuru, they had passion for it. They put their hearts out in Dragon Ball GT. They made memorable characters in Dragon Ball GT. It stayed on that same kind of, line that Toriyama created when he first created Dragon Ball. So you can tell that it wasn't just a fan service, but it was a passionate fan service. And even when they brought back Frieza and Cell, it wasn't out of this world. It wasn't out of whack. They brought them back for a couple episodes and then put them back where they should be. Nowhere to be found. Whereas Dragon Ball Super, they're keeping Frieza around because Frieza is one of the greatest anime villains ever created. So they're just keeping him around for the fans. Krillin going toe-to-toe with Super Saiyan Blue Goku. Android 17 going toe-to-toe with Super Saiyan Blue Goku. Tien, Master Roshi. All these characters are they're all getting their piece to the fans of those characters. And a lot of different stories have been doing that. And granted, fan service can be good, but when you take it to a certain level, it makes for a bad show and a bad story. Yes, the fans want it. They want more. But you have to keep in mind that you have established a universe and it has to make sense. Dragon Ball is an established universe. So it has to make sense. You can't always give the fans what they want because it has to make sense. A lot of fans if you ask them where the story should go, it would make no sense. It would make no sense. So you can't give them all what they want. That's just how it is. You look at stories like Inuyasha. Great story. Did not succumb to fan service. Bleach. Good story. Didn't succumb to fan service. Naruto. Good story. I see a little bit of fan source in there. I haven't really paid too much attention to Boruto, but Naruto kept on a good road when it came to story. Harry Potter kind of did the same thing with the fan service, so the further it went, it wasn't as good. It's a lot, but that's the main issue with Dragon Ball Super is fan service. We all know it's a money grab, and that's a main issue as well. When it's not so much passion that you're doing it for, it's money. So that when money is a drive to do something, that can be a bad thing too if you're not passionate about it and you're only in it for the money. But yeah, that's the main issue with Dragon Ball Super. Fan service. You can't give all the fans what they want. That will be detrimental to your story. Fans are going to either like it or they're not going to like it, but do what you know is best for your story. And that goes for anybody that's writing a story. I'm writing a story, so I'm trying to keep on that road, And yes, Toriyama is also up in age, so that can also play a factor as well. He's not the young, spunky Toriyama he was before. He's also up in age. So Toyotaro is probably going to be taking the lead a lot more. So, he has to remember, fan service cannot be your ultimate drive when writing a story. You're not going to make a good story if your drive is fan service and money. Don't do it. Just leave it alone. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section. I'll see you on the next video. Oh, and if you know of any other franchises that fell victim to bad fan service, or any other franchises that have been doing very well to not fall into that bad fan service circle, let me know in the comment section.